Hello, I'm Pam Carruthers of HealingStars.com, and I'm recording this on July the 4th, and it's the day of the new moon in the sign of Cancer. New moons are always a new beginning, a seed time. It's a good idea to write down your goals that you'd like, your wish list for the month, within 48 hours of a new moon. This one especially is very deeply emotional, and I will explain why. This is the chart. It's set for London. Notice, first of all, this is where the new moon is occurring, in the sign of Cancer. And we have Mercury, Moon, Sun, Venus, a stellium, that's known in, all together in Cancer, making a very powerful trine, a flow of energy to Neptune. There are also 3 planets in Pisces: Neptune, the south node, not a planet but a point in space, and Chiron. There's also Mars in a water sign. It's now moving direct, and it's in Scorpio. The new moon was at midday today, and emotions run high because the new moon is trining Neptune. Neptune is super ultra sensitive, and you may be that kind of Neptunian person if Neptune is what I know called strong in your chart, like especially if it's rising around your ascendant, if you've got a lot of planets in Pisces or in the 12th house. Most people feel what others are feeling, what's going on around you, the collective. And in the UK, after the Brexit vote, there's almost half of the voters voted to remain. It's been a lot of misinformation going on about Brexit. It's not half of the population. No way. It's the people who voted, and it's actually only about 1 million difference. It's not overwhelming in any case. But there's a lot of anger and grief at the result. There was a lot of misinformation, that's Neptune, and we've had Boris Johnson put himself forward as a new Prime Minister and then rescinds that, and today Nigel Farage has resigned from the UKIP party. And these are the 2 men who made such a song and dance about us leaving the EU. There's been this kind of change of face, as that was very much the energy of Gemini. But now we're facing the result. We're feeling what it really means. Pluto is opposite this new moon. It's not quiet. It will be in about 4 days' time. Pluto is about power, buried power. It's the god of the unconscious. So there's a lot of power plays at work. And of course, politicians are very used to that kind of environment. Venus made the exact opposition a few days back. There is, however, a good, strong connection of Pluto and Jupiter. And Jupiter is also strongly connected to the new moon's energy. And that will become absolutely in 4 or 5 days' time, that will become exact. It's a sextile. It's an exchange, very good connection that Earth and water signs have together. The fly in the ointment, so to speak, is the transit at the moment of Uranus in the fire sign of Aries, making a very difficult connection to Mars in Scorpio. Now, Mars owns Scorpio. It also owns Aries. And Mars and Uranus together can be very unpredictable. Accidents can happen, very ungrounded. And I believe that was the protest vote that occurred at the Brexit referendum. And it's still applying. It's still working its magic, or whatever you want to call that. We also still have, and it's very, very strong, Saturn in Sagittarius is a right angle to Neptune in Pisces. Saturn represents boundaries and walls. Control is a Saturn word. Neptune dissolves boundaries, dissolves walls, just as the god of the sea can dissolve the cliffs. So the big fear that was propagated at the Brexit was, we're going to be overrun by immigrants. That is Saturn, Neptune at work. And of course, it's not true by any stretch of the imagination. I've lived through many scares such as this about being overrun by immigrants. Things tend to sort themselves out. Things tend to settle. And that square will shift and move away. However, it's still there. Venus is leading the way at the moment, 20 degrees ahead of the Sun. Venus at the moment is now an evening star. She won't be visible until she's 10 degrees away from the Sun. That's on July the 13th. But the evening star is very much the rise of feminine leadership. And this is what is being noticed throughout Europe and the US, possibly. But it's more than likely that Theresa May will become the new Prime Minister. We also have Nicola Sturgeon, of course, in Scotland. There's Angela Merkel in Germany, to name a few. I believe that bodes well for the world. I happen to be biased. I am a woman, as you might have noticed. The other very interesting aspect of this new moon is it's right next to the star Sirius. And Sirius is the brightest star in the night sky. And the heliacal rising, which is the first night Sirius is seen just before dawn, it was noticed every year during July by the early Egyptians, and they used this to mark the start of their new year. It's known as the dog star. So this is also a potent time. There is a huge amount of information on the internet about Sirius. But one thing that caught my eye was this. In Theosophy, it's believed that the 7 stars of the Pleiades, they're the 7 sisters, that they transmit the spiritual energy of the 7 rays from the galactic logos to the 7 stars of the Great Bear, and then to Sirius. And from there it is sent via the sun to the god of earth, the overseer of earth, called Sanat Kumara, and finally through the 7 masters of the 7 rays to the human race. Because of the strong influence of Neptune, images, the tarot, divination are all very, very potent at this time to connect us with the third eye, the crown chakra. And this image, I believe, is a very beautiful one. It has a lot of green, the heart energy. It has blue, which is the throat. And of course, it has that beautiful symbol radiating out from that third eye. Worth contemplating. So, thank you for watching. I record new and full moon videos each month now. And if you'd like to sign up for my newsletter, I'm also going to be giving a free webinar on Thursday, July the 7th. So if you sign up, you'll get the invitation. Thank you for watching. Pam Carruthers of HealingStars.com.